Do you want to know what's going on in the real estate market here in Southwest Florida? Well, that's what we're going to talk about on this video, and we're going to see how we compare to the rest of the state. Stay tuned. I'm Rob Wozner, a local realtor here in Southwest Florida. If this is your first time on my channel and you want to know everything about eating, sleeping, working, playing, and the real estate market, this is the channel you need to subscribe to. So make sure you hit the subscribe button and tap the bell so you're notified every time I drop a new video. New listings in Naples during September increased 27.3% to 937 new listings from 736 new listings back in September of 22, making pre-season buyers very happy. According to the September 2023 market report, overall inventory continues to inch slightly upward at a steady pace. For September, inventory for the single-family home and condominium markets increased 13.2% to 2,793 properties, and that's up from 2,468 properties back in September of 2022. In Florida, so far in 2023, new listings have been at their lowest level in several years. But in recent months, the level of new listings has been a little closer to pre-pandemic levels, and that was earlier in the year. In fact, new single-family listings in September exceeded the number of new listings in the same month back in 2019 for the first time this year. The same is also true if we compare the September's new listings to those of last year, amounting to a year-over-year increase of 8%. The end result is more active inventory at the end of September than at the beginning, and a slightly higher inventory of single-family homes year-over-year. However, Florida is still pretty far below the pre-pandemic levels of inventory we had at this time in 2019. On the supply side of the market, Florida had 3.2 month supply of single-family existing homes in September, a 28% year-over-year increase. For the condo townhouse units, the state had a 4.1 month supply in September, and that's a 78.3% year-over-year increase. The report also demonstrated that pre-season home buying is starting earlier and earlier every year as pending sales, or homes that are under contract in September, increased 18.7% to 735 pending sales, and that's up from 619 back in September of 22 and 867 in September of 2019. Back here in Naples, the overall median close price in September increased 3% to $571,500, and that's up from $555,000 in September of 22. Interestingly, the September report indicated there were 723 price reductions compared to 80 price increases during the month. The combination of new listings plus price reductions on existing inventory made September a great month to purchase a home. Historical data in the report confirms prices and competition during the autumn months were lower than in the winter months. In September, the statewide median sales price for single-family existing homes was $409,243, and that's up 1.3% from $403,880 1 year earlier. For the condo townhouse units, the median price was $324,990, and that's up 5.8% from $307,250 recorded in September of 22. Now, if we take a big picture and let's see what's going on in the rest of the country, the U.S. house prices only rose 0.6% month over month and 5.6% year over year, and that's according to the Federal Housing Finance Agency, which is seasonally adjusted monthly house price index for this month. Home prices aren't coming down, at least not in most of the United States. The study from Fannie Freddie data showed just 1 of 9 divisions showing moderate weakness. So after looking at that, the report showed the average close price increase over 13% month over month for September. While we're seeing appreciation rates decelerate across all markets, Naples continues to command top values for quality properties. Incidentally, during the September NABOR Economic Summit, Dr. Brad O'Connor, which is Florida Realtor's chief economist of research, spoke in length about the home appreciation and said prices in Naples increased 88% from pre-COVID prices. Following his presentation, Dr. Lawrence Yan, who's the chief economist for the National Association of Realtors, further commented that Naples is a $250,000 to $300,000 spike in wealth gain for its property owners. Staying in Naples, overall closed sales increased 5.4% to 587 closed sales from 557 closed sales in September of 22. I'd like to point out that the last 6 to 10 days of September of 22 were spent preparing for Hurricane Ian, so fewer pending sales were able to close by the end of the month. As a result, the hurricane limited the month's potential for closed sales transactions. Last month, closed sales of existing single-family homes statewide totaled 21,335, and that's up 6.1% year over year. Existing condo townhouse sales totaled 8,387, and that's down 0.2% over September of 22, according to Florida Realtors Research Department. Despite mortgage rates at 23-year highs, new home sales posted a double-digit percentage gain in September, rising 12.3%. The National Association of Home Builders says the surge came about mainly because home buyers had too few choices in the existing home sale market. Newly built single-family home sales in September rose to a 759,000 seasonally adjusted annual rate, according to released data by the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development and the U.S. Census Bureau. But the biggest surge came in a year-to-year comparisons where the pace of new homes was up 33.9%. While more buyers are turning to new construction because of lack of existing inventory, higher mortgage rates approaching 8% are expected to slow the market in coming months as affordability conditions continue to worsen. Higher interest rates not only raise the cost of housing for buyers, but for builders as well because of increased costs for financing construction loans. New home sales surged in September, largely due to low existing home inventory rate, as many home buyers with attractive mortgage rates are electing to stay put rather than purchase a move-up home with a much higher interest rate. To compensate for this high interest rate environment, more builders are building smaller homes, which has resulted in the decline in the median new price. Back here in Naples, Florida, even though nearly the same number of pending sales were reported in September for both the condominium and single-family home markets, pending sales of condominiums during September were up 38.9%, wildly outperforming pending sales of single-family homes that were only up 3.9% compared to September of 2022. If we take a look at what's happening throughout the country, pending home sales only rose 1.1% in September. Despite the slight gain, pending contracts remain at historically low levels due to the highest mortgage rates in 20 years. Furthermore, inventory remains tight, which hinders sales but keeps home prices elevated. Something else that I like to pay attention to in the report, an interesting indicator is the days on market, and that has increased 48% to 59 days. This is a sharp contrast to only a few months ago when homes were flying off the shelves. So the higher days on market, we're still looking at historically low inventory levels, which is something we have not seen in years. Thank you so much for watching my monthly real estate market video. If you are even thinking about making a move here to Southwest Florida, you need to take the first step. Give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, however you want to get in touch with me. I have the systems and processes dialed down to make this transaction as smooth and easy as possible. I have your back when buying or selling property right here, Southwest Florida.